Right, hey guys, here we are, hole number 9. Gonna take a look at this. Now, the way that I recommend doing this is going to be very similar to what I did last time on my other guide. So we're going to do it very similarly. It looks like almost nobody so far that I've played is going over to the right. However, it is the best way to go. So I am using Thor's hammer. And the biggest reason is because it has more top spin. So if you want to know which one to use, you use the club with your most top spin. With the advantage being Big Topper probably doesn't have a range. So Big Topper might not help you because it just doesn't have the distance. You know, unless for some reason you have like a Big Topper 8 or 7 at least. But what I would imagine is if you have that, you probably have, you know, your Thor's hammer or Apocalypse there as well. So I have Thor 6, so I'm going to go Thor 6. And you also see that I'm going to use a Berserker Ball because it's something that you can win from the Master Tournament. And this is going to let me have that extra range that I need. So I'm going to go at least 10 rings here, probably closer to 11, 12. So I'm thinking somewhere down here. And we're also going to shoot back with some curl, a lot of topspin. Hopefully that great ball doesn't end up costing me. But I can already see that it's starting to leak. But I need to make sure that I keep it short of this bunker, which it looks like I do. And the goal here is to keep this within range to be able to do a very similar shot to what I did last time. You can see opponent here has a Cat 7, plenty of distance on that. So the biggest thing will be, you know, playing it enough in terms of wind effect, because that headwind is really going to kind of collapse that ball guide down. So you'll see the common error guys won't get this to the hole. So all in all, that looks pretty good. You are going to need some curl when you do it. Looks like just a little bit much, but it did look like a pretty good adjustment to me. So what you're going to be able to do when you go this way, and it looks like I'm just out of range. So I do need to get kind of a better rollout. You can see I didn't really get the best roll through. But if I can get up here, you saw what I did last time, which was I was able to get up onto this fairway with my last shot. So I was able to get it a little bit farther with, you know, and you still can get a 6 from time to time. You'll be able to get that farther than I did here. I got kind of a bad rollout as to why I wound up where I did. So what we're going to have to do now is we're going to have to just play less rings. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 rings, some curl. Perfect. That hit a lot of that downslope, and it just clipped the rough on that second bounce. So it was just a little bit too much on the curl. But I wanted to try to get aggressive there to really get it up there by the green. Now, if you want to back off that curl some, what that's going to allow you to do is make sure that that second bounces in the fairway. You see that when I'm back as far as I'm going to walk you through this pitch just in case you get yourself in a pickle and you need to kind of at least work through this shot. I am going to set it up. You know, typically I might try to dunk this, to be honest with you. You know, we got some uphill here. We got a little bit more than half club. So in terms of my ring play, 2 per isn't enough. We're going to need to go beyond 2 per ring. So here's 5 rings. I'm thinking at least 9 here. I'm thinking like 1.5 per ring or so. So somewhere around 9 rings. And the biggest reason that I go for a dunk here is because of wind effect. It's so hard to play wind effect. It looks like I might have just overpowered that, but my alignment was pretty good. So you can see that maybe if I, it's hard to say that I didn't overpower that. Like if I didn't put that right in the center of the circle, I may have overpowered it. But aside from that, I could just kind of tweak my alignment, but my ring play looked pretty good. So at 9 rings there, which is almost 1.5-ish or 1.6 per ring, it looked pretty good because I actually hit the stick. It just came in just a little bit hot, suggesting that I overpowered that. So that's the only reason that missed. If I would have just, hit it just a little bit softer, it was in. So assuming that's what went wrong there, but good luck with that. Good luck with your rounds. As I mentioned, if you have those long clubs, especially with, the top spin Thor set, I was able to get up on the green with the Thor 7 and Power 4. If you have a Power 5, something like, something to the effect of like a Thor 7, Thor 6 with a jewel ball or gear ball, something similar to that, going over to that right-hand side is going to be your best tool to be able to give yourself a really clean look to be able to get that. Otherwise, you probably will need to go around to the left because you don't want to have to keep playing the shot that I did if you can't get that arrow extended to that long fairway, the last fairway. You don't want to have to do this hop shot. But, there's going to be times that your shot might not work out the way that you wanted. And it looks like, my tee shot didn't. I didn't get the really good long rollout on my drive, so I had to pay the price. And, also didn't, pulling it to the right with the great ball plus, a little heavy on the curl maybe. All in all, it just kind of ended up costing me, and we needed to find a way to recover. But good luck with your rounds. Let me know how it goes, and I'll see you guys next time.